Today we're with Brother Chuck and we're with Jack. And in James chapter 3, as we continue our study in tools for the spiritual life, we're going to look at the joy in fruitful speech. And in James chapter 3, verse 2, for we all stumble in many things. If anyone does not stumble in word, he is a perfect man, able also to bridle the whole body. In verse 3, indeed we put bits in horses' mouths that they may obey us, and when we turn their whole body. And so, Chuck, I want to ask you, what's the importance and why do we bridle horses?
Well, a horse, you put a bridle on a horse or a bit in its mouth to control the horse. If you want to turn the horse left and right, the bit is a tool that's used to make the horse move. If you want to stop the horse in a run or a trot or a walk, it stops the horse. Or if you want to make the horse back up, you put a little pressure on the bit and it makes the horse back up. I'd like to show you a little bit about it, about the head stall and the bit. There's a couple of parts to it that's very important. You've got the head stall itself, which is the leather that actually holds it on. You have the reins, which attaches to the bit. You have the bit itself, and then you have the piece that goes in his mouth with what they call a port, which is right here. And then under the bottom of it, you have the curb chain, and this curb chain goes under the horse's chin, which allows the bit to work. Now I'm going to put the head stall on, if I can. It won't take just a second. Now a lot of people in years past have taken the bit and just pulled it into the horse's mouth, and it rattles his teeth. I don't like doing that. I like bringing it up here like this, and I'll run my fingers. In the horse's mouth. Come here. It makes him open his mouth and slide it right in. That way I'm not racking the horse's teeth. And then I'll take the curb chain and I'll attach it in a little S hook right here, if I can find it. And he's bitted. You have a chin strap that holds it on tighter as well. Kind of hard doing this on the opposite side, but it still works. Well, if they had it on the right thing.
Chuck, as you're putting that on, would you say that the bridle is used to hurt the horse, or is it used to help the horse?
It's used to help the horse as well as control the horse. The bridle, if you didn't have a bridle in the horse could do what he wanted. And much like us, you can buckle that. If we don't have a bit in our mouth through the Lord, our tongues will flap uncontrollably, so to speak. What the bit does, it pushes pressure down on the tongue. The port will put pressure on the roof, and when you pull back on the reins, it pushes pressure up and pressure down. It's able to keep you in control.
That's a great point, and when God desires for us to bridle our tongue, it's not to hurt us, it's to help us, and it's to continue to produce spiritual fruit in our lives. And so today, turn with us in James chapter 3 as we begin in verse 1 as we look at the joy in fruitful speech.